Today, my team and I will present our group assignment for subject Introduction to School Resource Center or SRC Imd122. Let me introduce you my beloved members that consist of 5, namely Aida Syafiqah binti Amiruddin, me, Balinza Nashaki binti Bahar, Farah Zulaika binti Mazlan, Farah Wahida binti Zulkifli, and Ku Nur Shakira Liana binti Kudris. For your information, these are our activities that can be done by SRC, which are box Jenga, read and win, treasure hunt.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh and hi, very good morning. My name is Ku Nur Shakira Liana binti Kudris, and now I will present the activity 1 of the report, giant Jenga boxes. Introduction. The normal Jenga games was originally created in the early 1970s by Leslie Scott, the co-founder of Oxford Games Ltd. As everyone already aware of the Jenga rules, this giant Jenga boxes game means no different from the original. The only physical difference between these two is the height and size of the blocks or boxes. Background of the activity. Using the exact procedure as Jenga games, this giant thing works just like them. However, in this resource center activity, we would like to adjust a minor thing in the games. Each of the player will take turn to choose out a box from the Jenga. Then, a box that was chosen will give a specified task that the player needs to fulfill in order to win. An example that I can say here is a player will choose out a box, one of the box, and at the box will be an attached note written that will, example, we will say find a book titled Beauty and the Beast within the time given. So if the player cannot fulfill it, become the loser, and the loser will need to return all the book that has been found out by the previous player. Aim or objective of the game is to discover whether the player knows the exact book racks that restore the desired book, and it also to discover the player's ability in classify the books. And we also can forget it also bring the teamwork among the players, and we need to ensure it will happen. Okay, target audience of the activity. We aim for adults because adults can train themselves to classify and find book at the exact racks or section. And also children can also play this game because this game can maintain focus in the children. And also date and location, we assume to play this game is on 10 February 2022 next year, and we will play it at the school hall because it was the larger the place is, the better it is. And also we also sponsorship that gonna support the activity is Gardenia and Milo. They will provide some breakfast for the participant at the morning of the event. And the tentative of the program, and the program will start at 8 in the morning. From 8 in the morning to the 8:30 is the participant registration and welcome. 8:30 until 8:40, the participant will receive gardenia and Milo drinks for their breakfast. 8:45 in the morning until 9:15. We are waiting for the VIP arrival and the inauguration event of the day. At the 9:15 in the morning to 9:20, we will have some warming up session and also at 9:13 until 11 in the morning, the activity will begin. A giant Jenga boxes game. The game will start with two groups, and these two groups will fight themselves to determine who is the winner, and until they will play until 11 a.m. and at the 11:30 we will have an awards ceremony. We will give some souvenir and the gift for the winner and also the participant, the VIP, and also the staff that participant in the making of the activity. At the 11:30 until 12, we will have some VIP closing speech, the overall conclusion of the activity that we were done by the day, and we will have the end of the event at the 12:10. Okay, frequency, we will done the activity. We will play it once in a year, and here is some budget listing that we presume we will need to continue the activity. First of all, we will need boxes, and these boxes will be sponsored by CN Plastic Industry and a recycling center. We will buy some box there, and we will need around 16 boxes to provide at the two group to play at the same time. So the total of the boxes that we will need amount 42 ringgit Malaysia. And besides, we will need also yellow A4 paper, scissors, sellotape. This is to write and attach to cut the task to the boxes. This will be sponsored by SRC staff themselves, and we will need them around 5 of each of them. Besides, we will have drinks and bread that will be sponsored by Milo and Gardenia themselves. We will need around 100 of them, because we need to consider the participant, the VIP, and also the staff of the activity also. And we will also need some mini hamper and souvenir for the award season to give for the winner and also the participant, because they participate in our activity. And each of the gift, we will need around, the mini hamper we will need around 20, and also the souvenir we will need around 18. Benefits that the player will get about the activity. We've done some SWOT analysis. For the strengths, we can improve their information, and will also to practice the children and adult brain to think harder. However, for the weakness, it will lack some communication among the participant. Beside the opportunity, we can discover some new activity to play at free time. It will also give new information for the player, traits. We will have some ways of recycle item boxes after the event, because after the event we what we will done about the item, the boxes, and also the other item. So there will some ways of use of the recycled item. To conclude the overall activity, for sure more benefits and knowledge will be gained by the participant. This activity will provide the player with some knowledge that were necessary for all. Besides, the participants are having fun among each other. By doing so, participants will feel more at ease and concentrating themselves to clear the task given. Thank you.
For Read and Win, program will be presented by me, Barinzana Shaki binti Bahar, and Farah Zulaika. Okay, for this activity, actually it's a program which to attract the students or to help the students to boost their attraction towards books, reading books. At the same time, it helps them to gain more knowledge. As I mentioned earlier, this activity needs to the students to read book as much as they can and fill up their Nilam book. At the end of every month, the winners will be chosen according to the amount of the books that they achieve to read. Who get the highest amount of books will be the winners. For the objective, for the first objective of this program, to enhance the amount of students to fill up the Nilam books, at the same time to attract students' attention to read books.
Assalamualaikum. My name is Farah Zulaika binti Mazlan and I'm from Group 5. I will be presenting my part on date and location for this slide. This program holds starting on every Thursday and the location will be located in classroom. All students need to gather in their classroom to start the program. Now for the target audience, this program are targeted to all students from Form 1 until Form 5. The reason is to ease the students' burden about their upcoming examination and also to encourage them to participate in school activities. For the organizer, there are 3 internal organizers for this program, which is the School Resource Center librarian, classroom teachers, and also the principal itself. All 3 organizers have their own duties and responsibilities to ensure that this program runs successfully in accordance with the schedule.
For the frequency, the program will be held on every month each year.
For the tentative activities, as we can see, every Thursday this program will be scheduled according to this tentative. First of all, students' arrival to school will be between 7 a.m. until 7:30 a.m. to make sure all students need to be at school before the times given. At 7:30 a.m. until 8 a.m., teachers and students must gather in classroom already because the teachers need to take students' attendance before starting the program. At 8 a.m. until 9 a.m., the reading program will be started. Students can read with their own books or students can also grab the books that was prepared by SRC librarian in front of the class. Each class will have their own books which students can pick the book that prepared by SRC librarian itself. At 9 a.m. until 9:30 a.m., students can start filling in the Nilam book according to the books that they have read about. At 9:30 a.m. until 10:30 a.m., students can take a break and continue back with Nilam. Students are given 40 minutes to take a break from the activities and goes to the canteen. After that, they can continue back with Nilam until the program ended. At 10:30 a.m. until 2:30 p.m., since the Read and Win program ended, students and teachers can continue back with their PDPR session. After that, students can go to surau to perform Zuhur prayer.
Stated at the slide, there are several items that needed. For your information, all of the items are actually for the winner's presence, and all of the presents will be given each month for 11 months every year, and the total of the amount is 1,771 ringgit.
Now for the benefits of this program. The benefits of this program is to foster healthy competitiveness among students. This could help students to perform well in their studies because competitive environment can help to develop problem-solving abilities in students. Next, to increase students' knowledge. Students with a rich base of knowledge can find it easier for them to learn more and new things around them. Also, knowledge helps students to get new and knowledge-based perspective on the world around them and trains their brain to handle a wide range of challenges. Lastly, to educate students to read. Reading could improve students' vocabulary because the impact on students can resonate throughout the rest of their lives. Early exposure to reading appears to pay off in that it creates an expectation in students that reading is an essential part of their daily lives. Also, students must be encouraged to reading as daily habit in school.
In conclusion, we would like to propose this activity to SRC. It is because the program is one of the best initiative to enhance the students' attraction towards books, and it is also help students to develop their knowledge. At the same time, it helps SRC to increase their IQ base as achievement. 11 months are a long period that actually open high access, high chances to all students to be a monthly winner.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Aida Shafika binti Amiruddin and my friend Farawahida binti Zulkifli want to present about our activities. Our third activity. Our third activity is treasure hunt. We have chosen treasure hunt as a third activity. This is because we have discussed, we have thinking about this activity have many benefits to students. Treasure hunt is an activity to find something hidden and have a mission that need to be done to win this game. These activities need to be done in group. So when students to play these activities, students need have 5 people in one group. Ground of activity. What is the treasure hunt? Treasure hunt is the activity to find a hidden book, and students have to work together to carry out a mission to find a book. Why this activity is implemented? This activity is implemented to interest students about SRC, such as background of SRC, history of SRC, organization of SRC, SRC material, and others. When this activity will be implemented, treasure hunt activity will be held on 25 August 2022 or Thursday, where this activity will be implemented. This activity will be done in the school areas such as in the SRC, canteen, um, assembly site, field, and others who are involved for this activity. All students are involved to join these activities, and SRC staff who is responsible to managing these activities. And the lastly is organizers. Organizers like Gardenia, Nestle, Faras Enterprise, and SRC staff who sponsor for this activity are also involved in this activity. How this activity is implemented. Firstly, these activities require 5 people in one group. So this means for every group need to have 5 people in one group. And secondly, each group will be explained about the mission of finding the hidden book, and the student need to understand what the staff explain about this mission. Each group have 100 marks, and each group needs to avoid penalty to win this game. Each group need to be complete a task at each station because every station have marks. The group that successfully complete the task at the station will get a clue for the next mission, and the group who fail to complete the task at the station will get the penalty, such as who can lead to go to the next station. And lastly, group who have the highest mark and the fastest group will be the winners. The objective of this activity are to cultivate a cooperative attitude among students. This is because these activities need to be done in group, and students need to work together to do the mission. And the second objective is to increase student understanding about SRC. These activities can make students more interested to go to SRC and using SRC. And also, this activity can make students more understanding to about SRC information. Date and location. The activity will be held on 25 August 2022 or Thursday, and will be held in the school area such as assembly site, fields, uh, canteen, and also in the SRC. The target audience of this activity is all students. All students need to join this activity. This is because when SRC staff do this activity for students, they can encourage students to go to SRC and use SRC service. And students can also get a benefit for using SRC service. The second reason target audience is to cultivate an attitude of tolerance among students. When students do this activity, students can cultivate a tolerance attitude among their friends. Organizer. This activity has 4 sponsors. First, Gardenia. Gardenia sponsors bread for breakfast. Nestle sponsors Miller for breakfast. SRC staff sponsors consolation prize for students. And lastly, Farah Enterprise sponsors nasi kabut for lunch and hamper for winners.
For the tentative for this activity will be started at 8 a.m. until 9 a.m., which is a group registration and briefing activity. And the second slot is we started at 9 until 9:30 a.m. Station 1, look for specific book. The student must find out the book that they were asked to find based on the lottery draw that has been made, and the group that failed to find out the book will get the punishment, which is need to clean up all of the book. And the third slot is 9:13 a.m. until 10 a.m., which is station 2, crossword puzzle. This game was simple. The student must finish up all the crossword puzzle that available, and the group that fail to finish up all the crossword puzzle will get the punishment, which is will get a 5-minute penalty till 10:13 a.m. The group will be start the
Station 3, which is 10 questions about SRC. Okay, the group that fail to finish all of the question will be give a punishment, which is they will get the penalty 5 minutes. And the next one is will be started at 10:30 a.m. until 10:15 a.m. Which is activity speed up questions. In this activity, the student must uh, hurry up to answer the question that given. And the last session is lucky or not will be started at 10:50 a.m. until 11:20. The student will be give the questions based on the activity, all the activity that they do before, and if they lucky, they will get the easy question. And the last one is 10. The activity will be started at 10:30 until 12:30, which is the closing remark and the announcement of this event will only be held once a year. This is because the SRC require a relatively high cost as the events has a variety of activity for the student, and also as this is one of the biggest event that held by the SRC, so they need to find the sponsor for the event. Budget. This is the budget for this activity. The first item is board, 10 ringgit, pen, 20 ringgit, paper, 11 ringgit, cost of print, 10 ringgit, gardenia bread, 120 ringgit, but this is the sponsor. And same also as the Milo Nestle, RM 110 ringgit and 97 cents. And nasi kawuk also sponsor. The price is RM 825. The hamper for the first place also the sponsor, which is RM 100 ringgit. And hamper for the first place, the second hamper for the second place is 80 ringgit, and hamper for third place is 50 ringgit. And also we give the consolation for participant, which is price for the all students that participate is 500 ringgit. And the last one is mineral water per box, RM 136 ringgit 50 cents. Of this activity is to develop a sense of collaboration throughout the team. And the second one is improve knowledge and understanding the value of the SRC. The third one is present student with the SRC in more detail. And the last one is this is one of the strategy to attract students to come to SRC. For conclusion, we think that this activity will make students come to SRC more often because students will like it if there were something interesting provided by SRC. The second one is all the activity that we hold will get a good response from students based on the analysis made visually. The last one is we hope that this activity will get a great response from the students.